Chattisfying.
Shall we move on then to section 3?
We can move on to section 3.
All right.
There's a section 3. What is section 3, Mellar?
That's section 3.
Yeah. What's section 3?
Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary friends, if you are listening only, now is a really good time to draw your eyes to the screen because we are about to play the sub-game Follow, Sub, or Dip. So for anyone who is not aware, we are about to watch 9 clips from 3 different streamers, which we don't know. They've been picked largely at random. The only stipulation is I let AK decide the size of the streamer. So these are the middle, the 20 to 40 viewers at the time that I searched for the clips, which because Mellar is an idiot was about 2 hours and 20 minutes before the stream. But yeah, that's the that's basically the setup. We'll talk about each streamer after we've finished watching their 3 clips. We're only going to talk about the content of the clips, not about anything else like their follower account or their VODs or anything like that. And then after we've watched all 9, we'll decide which of the 3 streamers we would follow, which we would sub to, and which we would just leave. We would dip. Are we good to go?
Yeah, we're just playing this straight away and then talking afterwards. Yeah.
Yep. So if you line up clip number 1.
Yeah, I've got it.
Let me know when it's ready, and then we'll do
ready,
1, 2,
so
3.
I just
Play
need
that
to
clip,
put
and
it
then you play it. Are you ready?
Cool. Yeah, ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and play that clip. Nice. All right, next clip. 3,
Cool.
2, 1, and play that clip.
Did someone just teabag a death slinger with no head at the exit gate? Did someone just teabag a no head death slinger at the exit gate? How are we fucking feeling, Meg? How are we fucking feeling, bruh? How the fuck are we feeling? Pretty fucking stupid, right?
Okay then.
Yep.
All right then. Clip number 3. 3, 2, 1. Play that clip.
Where's the fang? Oh! Oh!
Okay. So, without saying whether you'd follow, sub, or dip, what did you think of that streamer, AK?
I'm not a fan of myself of the toxic. I can never pronounce it. Toxicity.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, you know, it's a competitive game. And talking shit. A lot of some people like it. You know, the whole Doctor Disrespect thing. Of just, yeah, I've never really been a big fan because it comes across a bit weird.
Yeah.
But then you've gone from toxic to the second clip to not really saying much on the third clip. I'm quite reserved, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I liked the first clip. I thought that was really cool. Like, it put quite a lot of effort into that cosplay, and like
That
the
did seem cool.
whole setup was pretty cool. The way he sort of slowly turns around and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You
The
clearly
music I didn't like.
You didn't like it.
Yeah, it hurt my ears. It was too much.
Yeah, it was a bit loud, but I did like the way that it added to the
it definitely added to the Halloween, and that's the aesthetic of the Dead by Daylight stream.
Yeah. Actually, I agree with what Maury just said. Even in the second clip, he was quiet until he was toxic. I mean, actually, from like a physical point of view, I actually think that his microphone was like quite a bit too loud in the mix. Just purely because like it was quite a quiet stream until he started shouting, and then it was like, whoa, this is a bit. Whoops. Now this is a bit loud. I just dropped my my diary. Don't worry.
I don't play Dead by Daylight, so
yeah.
As a viewer from Dead by Daylight, I don't know, like Ray said, sort of they quite enjoyed it, so they know what it feels like to be teabagged or whatever, or whatever they were doing, and then catching them at the end.
Yeah, I have to admit that the first time that he said that in the second clip, it like he may as well have been speaking like Cantonese, Chinese. I had no idea what he was talking about. The second time when he repeated it, it was a lot clearer. Although I still don't know what it meant, but at least I could discern the separate words. But yeah, I also agree with what you said. Like he was a bit too quiet in the second clip. I can kind of forgive it because the part where he was quiet over looked a bit maybe clutch. But in the third clip, there was plenty. Like I don't know much about Dead by Daylight, but for me, it seemed to me like there was plenty of opportunity to, at the very least, be narrating your play, and he just wasn't. He was sitting in silence. I do like the red strip behind him on the third clip. I think that looks really cool. Actually, it's quite because it's quite it's relatively minimalist, but it actually adds quite a lot to the background just on its own. If you've not got a green screen,
to the second one, hasn't he? It's got
Yes.
Daddy Filth,
Well-
and then it's gone to
yeah,
He's got an overlay. Like he's got a nice big border around the edge of his stream in the second clip, which is
You know
kind
what,
of cool.
that border didn't take away from the stream for me.
No.
I don't think.
no,
And I like how his camera juts out from it, but it still kind of complements and smooths in nicely. But
Yeah.
yeah, I also
Yeah,
quite
that's cool.
like I do quite like it in the second one because although it does take away from the background of of what's behind him in real life, it's more zoomed in. I think obviously that's more important to actually have more face in the stream. Although I do kind of sort of agree with Maury in that I do prefer it when when the camera angle is like dead on, when they're like practically looking at you. When it's not straight on, it can be problematic, but this one isn't too bad actually. The angle feels natural. I think one of the reasons why it feels natural, which is quite good, is from the perspective of like the 2D image, he's actually looking towards the game. Which I think actually does have at least an okay aesthetic to it. I think it looks all right. In the third one, yeah, no, it's not too bad. I think it would look better if it was snapped to the right hand side. But there's not much in it.
See, I have an ideal camera angle that I prefer, which I can't do because of the way my room's set up. But I would rather have my camera above my chat window, so it looks like I'm talking to you as a viewer.
Yes.
Because I'm looking into the camera while reading chat.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the way my room's set up is not how I can do it.
Yeah, that is often the way. It can be difficult to actually have things where you want them. But having said that, like just having it so you're looking vaguely at the camera isn't that hard usually. But no, I mean, in turn, yeah, it was okay. I think I could have done with a little bit more talking. And like you say, the whole toxic thing is very much something I'm not in for. That's the kind of
it's a very toxic game though, so it just breeds that. I have played Dead by Daylight, and it is frustrating in parts. Like I don't play it that much at all.
Yeah, but it is
But I do
definitely
know the
possible to
community
play
and-
Dead by Daylight and be really nice, because I have definitely seen streamers do that.
Yeah, so there's a few girl streamers that I've watched that have played that I think is something Pickles. I can't remember, but she's whatever. She's really nice to watch, and she plays Dead by Daylight. It's like a main game.
Yeah.
So it definitely works. I don't know. I'm just for me personally, not a fan, and I'm not sure if the Demigorgon up in the top left corner needs to be there or quite so big.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
Where?
Yeah. In third clip, top left.
What is that?
It's from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not even anything to do with the stream.
It's
the
didn't Dead
game.
by Daylight bring out a Stranger Things thing
Yeah,
or
so-
something?
Dead
So
by
it may have
Daylight,
been.
They license real life killers, like hence the Halloween Freddy Krueger, and they had a partnership with Stranger Things as well and brought the killer out.
Okay, wicked.
So yeah,
All right, brilliant. What about you then, Hippo? What do you reckon?
Well, aesthetically pleasing wise, the clip 2 is the best for that.
Yeah.
Like I said, the camera angle's nice. You've got the lovely red glow. He looks like a serial lumberjack killer kind of thing going on. I like that kind of vibe-esque. You know, he plays the part. He's obviously into the whole like horror genre, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, he probably is a really nice guy off a stream or something. But that whole like he's obviously got a uniform because he's wearing the same shirt in clip 3 as well, and it's obviously completely 2 different time periods. What the way his overlay is different and the cameras are different and all that kind of stuff. So it's obviously 2 different time periods.
Yeah.
But he has some kind of form of outfit ensemble that he likes to wear, which is kind of cool. I like that. I I kind of like his cute little avatar thing at the bottom left. I do like if you've got a nice avatar, flaunt it kind of thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be huge, but it's nice to have a little, and to be fair, it deters away from the gruesomeness of it all when you've got a cartoon character, so it kind of lightens it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not too serious.
Yeah.
I've played Dead by Daylight a few times. I quite like Dead by Daylight for the most part, but then I do like the old school serial killer kind of Halloween vibes and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I've always loved those old horror films as such. I'm entitled to say old horror films because I'm old, so it's all good. But the classics are good. The whole Freddy Krueger vibes and stuff like that. I've always liked that kind of thing. So to have a game that came out that was very to have that opportunity to play that kind of thing, like the whole cabin in the woods feel and all that kind of stuff, it was cool. I enjoyed it, and I know that for these kind of things, clutch moments are what makes the game as a streamer for the most part. Whether you take it toxicity wise or you take it as a pleasant streamer is two different things entirely. But it's the clutch moments and how you react to those clutch moments is what makes this game a streamable game.
Yeah.
As such, you know, because otherwise it's a very repetitive and boring game to watch.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the reactions, and obviously he goes down one route, and the one you've watched, that lady you were talking about, goes another way, which is it can go either way, which is fine. Yeah. I did appreciate his clutch moments with getting that person out of the exit, because in the game, Mellar, just because you were saying I don't think you played it, but like when you get to a certain point, you've escaped the killer, they can't get you. So he got her right at that moment where she escaped, but still dragged her back in, and it's like an moment. Yeah, I would have gone, fuck yeah, I got you, bastard, come on. But I would have been more. Whereas I don't know, but then we don't know if he was playing with a friend. If he's playing with a friend, and sometimes I like to belittle a mate like they belittle me, it's all the banter, isn't it? So you don't know if that's the kind of thing. We don't know anything more than that because obviously we've only seen these 3 clips, but not very talkative. But then I wasn't overly talkative in this game because as a killer, you kind of focus on trying to get your prey, which is in the 3rd clip when he flung the hatchet over and got him in the distance, which was absolutely banging good shot. That was really coolly done. Yeah. Coolly done? Yeah, coolly done. Why not? Let's go with it.
I'm with it.
Coolly done.
Hippo's hip, guys.
Again,
yeah.
I am down with the youth. Faux show. I've seen cool runnings. I'm cool, all right? I know it. But it's definitely clutch moments. And when you're in the killer mode, you focus. When you're in the victim mode, you kind of focus. You want to get the objectives done and get out. And then you get back to the lobby and talk about the game kind of thing. It's generally how that kind of thing is. Right. It's a very lobby conversational kind of game, more something else. Clutch moments, lobby chat is that kind of thing. So it's hard to really judge the guy as such because again, it's too many what if circumstances of it. Initially, like coming into him as a person who's never seen him before, I didn't like the toxicity in number 2. Yeah, but I enjoyed the moments of that happening, the grabbing a person at the exit, getting the generator at the end. That was cool, and I really enjoyed the production value of dressing up and playing the part and doing that kind of thing.
Brings it back to segment 2. I love it.
Yes, I think that's cool. That's a nice little added touch that not many people would do.
Yeah, no, I.
But the fact that he's got a Halloween mask, it means he obviously loves the genre a lot. Which is
I think you could probably have a better layout with the first clip.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
It's a bit of an eyesore, but the production value for the Halloween stuff is quite cool. And I agree with what TheHairyHippo said. I appreciate the actual gamer moments. They were cool.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the ones you kind of want to get clipped, instead of I said something stupid, they've clipped me to make me feel like an idiot, but it's still funny. I'm going to put it on TikTok at some point. It's that kind of thing, But yeah, there were a couple of clutch moments. I think he's going, if he carries on with that thing, obviously if I saw more clips, it'd be interesting to see if he's developed further into the whole like cosplaying aspect and especially with like Clip 2's aesthetics and the overlay and the sleekness of it all now. Where he goes with the cosplay things. Yeah. Was it a one-off? Does he do it often?
Yeah. That's the question, isn't it?
This could be an early days thing, like early days, AK doing clown makeup and doing the things you did. Obviously differs to how you are now. Maybe we've caught an early days thing, Yeah. So there's potential to see where go on with that and whether he went on with it.
Yeah.
It's intriguing.
Random tangent. Did you know that in the original movie, the mask is literally a Captain Kirk mask that's just been painted white?
I'm a Trekkie, so yes, I do, and I love every moment of that.
I did not. I've learned something.
There you go.
Not only does he slay Gorn, he slays people too. Yeah. Oh god, I'm such a Trekkie. I'm gonna shut up now. It's okay. Yeah. Live long and prosper, motherfuckers.
As long as you're happy, who cares?
I'd love
I'm
Spock to
very
have actually
happy.
said that. It'd be like, live long and prosper, motherfuckers. Anyway,
Bruh, bruh.
R-rated.
we'll move
Your
on to
pleasure.
clip number 4 then, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. You ready, AK, yeah?
I was born ready.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I'm
hell
ready.
yeah. 3, 2, 1, and play that clip.
Mac, are you ready? Hang on. Mama, come play Dead by Daylight. I'll be in your basement.
Swing, swing.
I love the sim at the end going shawing, shawing.
I thought that was a chat alert or something. It fit perfectly.
It did. Right, 3, 2, 1, play that clip.
Figured out who it...
You with all the plates on the porch. Stop taking what are you doing with the plates on the porch, Blue?
You'll see nothing. Blue, stop taking the plates.
Why though?
Okay, brilliant. And then on to
Yeah.
clip number 6. 3, 2, 1, and play that clip.
Okay,
Hello, are you here? I don't know I'm doing it when I've got a box.
can you give us a sign?
Don't know what's happening.
I'm thrusting so hard.
Wait, where's my flashlight?
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Carol, get in on this!
You know, I couldn't see that clip very well because of the sandstorm. Anyway,
That's terrible. Get
I
out.
know.
That's...
I
Hi.
was thinking, are you in Dubai right now? What? I'm on holiday.
I'm Mellar
Brought your
21,
green screen with you.
and I do dad jokes. I'm quite proud of that. Anyway,
Mac, are you ready?
so what did you think of that streamer, AK?
Yeah, I hate her so much. No, she made me laugh, which is always a plus.
Right.
I think, judging by the way I do things, she seems quite bubbly. She's having fun. She works quite well with the other people she's playing with. Clearly likes Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
The people that she's playing with, their microphones seem fairly clear and not too loud.
Yep.
Seems to be a good consistency.
Yeah.
And overall, I from a first look, I quite enjoyed her stream, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was more engaged in her than looking at her overlays and stuff, to be honest. Sort of, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Although I think actually her overlays are pretty good.
Not bad.
Going back to sort of what we were talking about before with like the whole production value thing, I think it is quite clear from these 3 clips that we've just watched that there's definitely quite a lot of effort that's been gone into it, because I definitely feel like one of the reasons why like you said, her friends were like at a decent level is probably because she's actually gone in and like made it so and probably I reckon added some sort of compressor as well to that particular output, so that when they got loud it wasn't blasting our ears out, which I appreciate a great deal. You can kind of tell that there's definitely effort gone into the overlay, but also the background as well. Again, there's
I like
there's
the
like the
background a
spotlights
lot.
and all this kind of thing. I definitely appreciate it. The only thing that I would kind of say is, and I feel a bit like a dick saying this, but you say that she made you laugh.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I know what you're going to say too.
It's not her that's making us laugh. It's her friends.
That made her laugh.
Yeah, and then she's laughing along with
Basically.
them. So as far as these 3 clips go, especially the second 2, it's actually it feels to a certain degree that in terms of the clips at least, the content's actually being provided by the mates,
friends.
not by the actual streamer.
Or viewers that might be playing with her. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But having said that, I definitely enjoyed the clips. It
You
looked
make
like
a valid point.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a stream that I'd probably enjoy hanging out in.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you reckon,
I'll
Hippo?
probably have to watch her to make a fair decision
Yeah.
on the actual streamer themselves. Is watch them play a game with no friends, like a single player game or something.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But then that's the fun of this game, is that we only
Yeah.
get these 3 clips.
This is an asshole game, you know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she did. Maury is right. She did start the Soundstorm thing on the 3rd clip.
Yeah, she started
Yeah.
the nightclub rave.
Yeah.
Which I really liked, and I think that's cool. That's kind of shit I would do.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah. It's clearly some sort of in-joke as well, which
Yes.
is always fun, especially if you're
Which-
in on the in-joke. Yeah. What did you reckon then, Hippo?
Right, so we'll go with the aesthetics first of all. I love the way it looked in clip 1 for her.
Yeah.
The nice big camera that's focused on her. Love the leopard print. Leopard print is awesome.
Yeah.
That's something I haven't seen
On the chair.
in quite some time on a stream. It's kind of cool. That's best of you.
Yeah, but- oh,
That's true, but I'm looking forward to that after stream set.
okay.
2 and 3, which obviously are the same, I like less. I think the border's a bit too big.
The orange is too much.
It is a
Yeah,
bit
it's.
much.
I like the thinness of the first one, very much like streamer number 1, with the silver but thin around the edges. It's a nice take on like doing that up, and I mean I really like the name, the Peach Please, and all that kind of stuff. But like on the edges of the camera it's just a little bit too much, taking up space where it doesn't need to, kind of thing on the screen as such.
Yeah,
it's nice. It's different. Because it's not a camera border. It's something that she's done with Peaches. It's adorable. It's nice. She seems very adorable and nice. I kind of like the vibes. It felt very positive throughout.
Yeah.
The vibes of watching her friends play and having a laugh. And I know Phasmophobia's character, like just creation thing, and it's so janky. It's unreal. And the death moments in it, and you're stuck halfway through a door and all that kind of stuff. It's hilarious to watch, and I love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hence why I quite enjoyed her friend who was like pretty much bent over backwards, throwing plates on the floor. It was a very good moment, and it's just nice to see how natural the vibe was with the friends.
Yeah.
Whether it was her friend starting the jokes to start off with in the second clip, or her making the rude music moments that inspired the rest of them to have a great time.
Yeah.
That's a really nice, wholesome feel.
Yeah.
And you don't get that often on Twitch, really.
Yeah.
Especially when we were talking earlier about like having like other streamers potentially in there, or viewers playing with you in Discord and having to monitor the conversations and stuff.
Yeah.
It seems like that's just a nice vibe they've got going, and it's a pleasant one to hear. And they're really nice, wholesome clips.
Yeah.
They really are.
So
She's
I'd
clearly
probably
having
go
a
with
riot, and I think that that really translates to the clips really well. Yeah, so we go on,
So
AK.
I would say the orange border is probably in an earlier stream, and she's transitioned to the cleaner,
Yeah.
pinker,
Yeah.
nicer vibe. sort of
Crisp. It's
I
crisp
think
is what
that's
it is.
probably
It's
correct.
nice. And the follower count's gone as well, which I feel like with follower counts, it's another way of, not just like, for some people it's an egotistical thing, but other people it's a confidence booster thing. To show, look, I am growing and I am doing well. I am doing good at what I'm doing, and it's nice to have a confidence booster, especially from a wholesome person. I think that's how that's portrayed. And now it's gone. I assume it's gone, and it's now gone.
Yeah.
And she's confident in herself to be comfortable with just like, this is me. This is me in my box. This is my not overly flamboyant overlay. Let's just have a laugh with Sims, and it's nice to see that transition. We get this on the odd occasion when we play this game, where you see transitional periods and how they progressed and be more confident in themselves, and it's a really nice thing to see.
Yeah,
it really is.
And I think streaming does help with confidence. It's definitely helped me with my
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, brilliant. Shall we move on then to clip number 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, 3,
Aye.
2, 1. Relay that
They
clip.
better a little exquisite. They better a little nasty, okay? Listen, before God, you pray to him, you pray to me. I pray to you, you pray to he. He who prays to you, prays to me. Me being you, we pray together. It's a circle jerk. It's a circle where hippies come together and sing songs and get high. High of life. We don't do drugs, Twitch. Maybe. I promise. Not today. What? Shut up. It's time to put your prayers to the test. It's time.
Right. Okay. Next clip. Clip number 8. You ready? Yep. 3, 2, 1. Play that clip.
Daddy?
Oh,
my
juicy
God.
plums! Don't say that. Juicy plums! Don't do that again. Juicy, don't do that. Holy shit! I had no idea I could feel that way.
I mean, you do what you want, but
No, don't do what you.
Do you guys know what actually happened in that?
Not really.
A girl called someone daddy, and they were like, "Yeah, don't do that."
Okay,
Yeah, I
right.
can't do the daddy thing either. To be fair,
No.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a partnered streamer come into my stream, and I don't know why I want to say partner because they were partnered.
Right.
And I'm not sure if I could pronounce their name properly or whatever, but I said, "Oh, I'm not sure what to call you or whatever," and they said, "You can call me Daddy." It's the first thing they said in my stream, pretty much, and I was like, "No,
Yeah.
it's off." It's like I just don't do that kind of.
Yeah,
It's really odd.
It's a bit inappropriate as literally your opening gambit, isn't it?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi,
Daddy.
you call me daddy.
Like,
I was like, yeah,
with a mate, it might be
piss
funny,
off,
but
that's what
with,
you can do.
with someone you've literally never met, it's a
Yeah.
bit okay. Right, well,
Just
we'll
odd.
watch the last clip then, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, 3, 2, 1, play that clip. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
without saying whether you'd follow sub or dip yet, AK, what did you make of that?
Obviously, there's a lot of aesthetic that
Listen.
I cater to myself. The whole dressing up and the production value with the dressing up.
Hmm.
Every clip he's got that mask on and he's got the same clothes. So
Yeah, he's got a uniform, which is really cool.
that
Yeah.
uniform is consistent, I assume, throughout all of his streams.
Yes, I think so.
He's got various bunch of games. He's got Apex, he's got the Forest, and then some sort of community marbles type game, I believe.
Right.
So it's got a nice clean aesthetic as well. It's gone for very minimal green screen stuff.
Hmm.
Mostly. And he looks like he's slightly inspired by Doctor Disrespect.
I
with
get that
the
vibe.
Apex
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I get that vibe very strong, especially from the
And-
first clip.
the voice, the microphone quality is nice. He's put a lot of effort into that. I wish I had a voice like that because my voice is very nasally, very squeaky. I sound like a chipmunk. I feel it's not, it's a very Markiplier type voice he has. I feel with a slight accent.
Right.
From wherever he's from. But overall, I think I don't really have any quarrels with what's going on. I don't think
Yeah.
it's very clean.
Yeah,
And a lot of
Absolutely.
effort put in. I would say very much sort of looked into what he needs to do. He's stuck with it.
Yeah, I think actually overall I quite like the mask. It's very creepy. But it's got quite a cool aesthetic, quite a cool look. I really like his overlay in all three of these. Actually, I think that he's got like a theme, sort of dark theme. And what I especially like, because we've spoken about this before, about how we don't like it when they've got a green screen but they're floating in the air. But he's actually fixed this with this line here.
Yeah, the bloody gash or whatever it is.
Which he's got in clip 3 as well, around the edges as well,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
nice.
But
I really like that.
I think he's clearly positioned himself on that second clip where he has, so that he's not covering over an important part of the game.
Yes,
But then he's
absolutely.
put that line that is genius. That I really like that. That's attention to detail, and that is someone who clearly has the same gripe about a floating green screen as we do.
Well, he's using it like he's tearing through the void almost,
Yes.
kind of feel to it.
Exactly.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I think that is really good because not only does it fit with the aesthetic, but it also fixes a known problem. I think that's really cool. Just aesthetically, I love everything about this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not so keen on like his manner. The first clip, like, what the hell is going on in that clip? Like, I have no idea what he's talking about or even what he's trying to say. He sounds like he's just talking complete crap, to be honest.
It made it sound like he knew what he was talking about, though.
Yeah, but I don't.
Which
I tell you what it was like. It was like an American preacher that you see in TV
yes,
shows.
That's what he's gone for.
I think that's
And
what
I
he was
like
going
that.
for. But the words that he was actually saying, it kind of came across a little bit like if you've ever spent any significant time with someone who's high and they just talk complete bollocks sometimes, and you're like, yeah, all right, mate. It felt a little bit like that.
I think that's what he's trying to clarify with the whole high on life and not on drugs thing. We don't
Yeah.
do drugs
Yeah.
on Twitch, is what he said,
Yeah.
isn't it? So
Yeah, but
I
yeah, I
think
didn't
he
really
was
like the
going for
first
the
clip.
preacher type
Like
thing,
it,
yeah.
it felt a bit too much like he was trying to be Doctor Disrespect. It's like be your own
Yeah.
guy. Because he's clearly got his own thing going. That's the thing. So he doesn't need to impersonate anyone to be really interesting.
highly inspired.
he's
I would
like
say.
the WWE Kane, but as Doctor Disrespect at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else I liked though.
on.
When he got the win on the third clip, he immediately changed scene and then
Yeah,
reacted.
that was clean cut and smooth.
That was
really good.
professional. That's clean. I really like that. That's you don't get that very often. Immediately. Yeah, that's amazing. Really, like especially when you get a dub like that, it's really easy to sort of get caught in the moment and just forget to do all the streaming stuff and just be like, yeah. But yeah, he actually thought about it first and then reacted. I think that's a great clip, actually, overall.
That just chatting screen is also, I would say, quite highly inspired by Doctor Disrespect because that is very similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I noticed he's got his background. He's got his mask in the background there, wallpaper that somebody's made.
In which clip, sorry?
Which looks quite. On that clip where he into the cutscene after the win, you notice the blue background. It has a picture of his mask.
And it's animated as well, which is a lovely transition.
Oh, yeah, so it is. Yeah, I'd missed that.
He's got his own custom artwork there done. One thing I didn't like is the clip on the forest with the floating webcam.
Yeah.
There's a part out to the right of the webcam where it just goes off for too long, and I don't know, it annoys me for some reason. The tear just goes on for too. It feels like it's out of place for me, but
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Hippo, what do you reckon?
I like a good character.
Hmm.
I mean, his influences are Doctor Disrespect and that kind of caliber of character, but I like it. I love the uniform. I love the purple and the whites and the long hair and the mask. I really like that vibe. I really enjoyed the fact that he was going for this kind of preacher vibe in the first clip. And I kind of wish the clip lasted longer because I want to see how well he would have commentated on that marbly kind of style racing game that his viewers are doing.
Yeah.
Because we had who do we have on that does the commentating stuff? Mellar? Boney, wasn't it?
It was Boney C, yeah.
Yeah, and Boney does commentating and stuff like that, and I kind of like that because you don't see that often.
Sorry,
on
Hippo.
Twitch.
It's not called commentating in esports. It's called casting, darling.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm
definitely
old,
skill.
so commentating. Yes, exactly. And I think with his persona and his character development that he's got, because obviously he is. Stop smiling. I can see you there. But but the fact that he's got this huge persona that's very built up and very preachy, I think that'd been a really cool thing to see how he would have gone with the casting. With the casting.
Shoutcasting. It's called Shoutcaster.
Which is kind of amusing because he's got a cast on his face. So
yeah.
I think it's supposed to be a death mask. I wasn't sure until you pointed out the image of the mask in the background on the third clip. That image of the mask in the background is definitely a death mask. Yeah, so it's very similar to the death mask. The reason I recognise it's very similar to the death mask that the Redead wear in Ocarina of Time.
I just think it's cool. I loved his lobby room is really nice with the microphone off the side and all that kind of stuff, going for that kind of. Yeah, I just think it's very clean. I love the fact that he's only using 2 parts of his camera box to do the whole drippy gore effect almost, which he utilized in obviously the forest and in a flipped version, which is kind of cool to give that kind of like void tear, which is kind of cool on that kind of thing. It's a very sweet look. It's very crisp, clean. The fact that he's able to switch so quickly on that bit by himself, where like Dr. Disrespect has a team of people that press buttons for him for that kind of stuff for the most part. He has someone else to do the production value as well as his own. So when he has a spur on a moment thing, he presses a button, but he has someone else that presses it for him. The fact he does it by himself that's some skill right there.
Yeah,
that really is.
I need to
be switched
look
on.
at something on that as well. The way, hang on, I need to watch that back.
And again, the transition with the ghostly kind of in the prison cell thing going on with the smoke and fog of his face, and then go into that. That was all lovely and seamless. That really was.
That's what I was just looking at. It almost looks like when you see him after the smoke, that he's turned around from holding the gun and looked back at the camera behind him.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the
because it
spin that he has on. It almost looks like he was watching as a shoutcaster or whatever, and then spins around to look at the camera. which I just kind of
I don't know if
noticed
that's
when it was-
intentional. I think he might have been just like elated with the movement in his chair, but it was
Yeah.
timed beautifully.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if it's intentional, but it looked quite.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does actually. I
Fitting.
just noticed that. That's very cool.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
No, that's cool.
Well, I think it's time for the hammer to the fall. AK Insane, do you want to go first? So, which one of those 3 streamers would you sub? Which one would you follow? And which one would you just dip?
I probably the first guy would dip probably.
Yeah.
Because it's just not my vibe. I don't think. Yeah, I'd probably dip on him. Follow the other guy.
The third guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe sub for Peaches.
You reckon?
Peach. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm not
I
sure.
think it's
Go on.
actually a toss up between subbing and following between those last two.
That's the issue that I've got as well.
Because
see, mine's
having
clear
watched
cut.
various streams, various clips,
Yeah. All right.
I might switch the follow and the sub around actually.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. What do you reckon then?
So yeah, follow
Hmm?
in order as the clips have been played. Follow, no, dip, follow, sub.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. What do you reckon then, Hippo?
See, I'm clear cut. I'm sold straight away. I dip number 1, sub number 2, and follow number 3. I as much as I love a character, I love wholesome more.
Yeah.
You know, I love good vibes. I come to watch good vibes.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah. Absolutely, and that's actually one of the reasons why, for me, the first dude is definitely the dip. It's not. I'm sure he's a lovely dude, but there's not a huge amount there for me. In those 3
No.
clips, I'm not that keen on the game. I'm not that keen on his commentating
Right.
of the game. There. Then when it comes to the other
I am
2,
conflicted about the last 2. To be honest.
yeah, I'm very conflicted as well. Because I definitely like it. Like, I agree with the way that sort of Hippo sort of cut it down, broke it down. I like the wholesomeness, but also there is something very compelling about the third dude.
Mm.
I really like the visuals. But I think if the sort of the manner of that guy and the way that he spoke was as awesome as his visuals, I think he'd be an easy sub. But as it
Yeah.
stands, I'm not sure if I would go into a stream and really enjoy it because it's like it's well put together and he's got this like really cool aesthetic, or whether I just get really annoyed with it.
Yeah.
So I think on balance, though, from these clips, I would follow the second girl, and I would just about give the sub to the third
Yeah.
dude.
my
What did
concern
it
is
for
if
me-
it's. Oh, go on, mate.
What did it for me was what you said on the second person is her content was essentially not her content because of it was her friends that was making us laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
think and Haberdashery has actually put quite a lot of production value into his stream and hard work,
yeah, absolutely.
which was why I think that tipped me over after considering those thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely.
My main concern is how far into his emulation does his Doctor Disrespect fandom go.
Yeah, that's an issue for me. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
why I'd follow. I'd follow so I could watch and see how well he does. Like, he's got a great initial wow factor.
Yeah.
A great initial wow factor. We're all like, you know, dribbling at his cutscenes and transitions and everything. It's fantastic. But like, how much more disrespected is he going to become?
Yeah.
And
That's a good
that
point.
would be me. Then I would drop away from the guy because, you know, initially I was like, oh, disrespect is pretty cool. And then it's very samey and it's very, this character is driven one-dimensionally. And
This
I
guy
don't-
clearly
I
doesn't
don't want
need
his guy
to
to be like
emulate
that.
Doctor Disrespect. He's got his own thing going, so to try and do that seems like a bit of a waste of time to
He
me.
inspired
Yeah.
so many streamers at that time when he
Mhm.
was top of his game, and everybody wanted to be like that.
I want to see this guy take that and go somewhere else with it.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do, which he's done initially with his cosmetics, which is fine. You know, he's not the boy racer on a motorbike little meme thing that Disrespect did and stuff like that. But the mannerisms and the way he is very much wanting to be Disrespect without. But then you can see in the second clip he's not being Disrespect. He's being more himself with the way he's interacting with the people in his Discord, with the whole daddy thing and all that kind of stuff. But like, there's informality there. There is break from character, which is kind of refreshing. I don't think I could watch him entirely just as the character, but I'm fascinated by his character, which is
think,
why
yeah.
he only gets the follow from me.
I think to be
Whereas
fair,
the sub,
sorry, go on.
go on. I was just say that's why she gets the sub. Whether
Yeah.
it's her friends giving the content or not, it's still a nice thing to watch. And if that happened repeatedly, where there's funny moments where I can actually open out and laugh, I'm happy to pay for that.
Yeah,
She
No,
definitely
that's
made
fair
me
enough.
laugh. I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I need to watch more of her, I think. And I'm sure the first guy's lovely.
Yeah, of course.
Not for me.
No, I think to be fair with the third guy, I think I would have to be in the right mood for it. Whereas I think the second last, pretty much any mood, I'd probably be okay to watch that.
Yeah,
I think she'd be uplifting. I think she would.
Yeah.
Just that
If you
nice,
go in
happy vibe.
I'm sticking to my
stressful
guns
week at
though.
work, it'd probably cheer you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to my guns though. I'm still subbing the third guy, especially on
I think
a
I'd
stream where we've
stick
talked
to the
specifically
same.
about about production value, and he's got really good production value. So yeah. All right.
Agreed.
Consider yourself satisfied.